Very good morning to all of you, my friends. Welcome back. I hope you guys are doing good and I hope you guys have revised what I have discussed in the previous two sessions on marginal costing. So today is the last session for this batch and for this chapter. So I'll be covering a few additional concepts on marginal costing. So whatever the queries you have, you guys can please post all your queries. Apart from this, I'll be posting few additional questions also for the chapters I have discussed. I have already posted questions on, I think, the first two chapters, what I have discussed. So we'll be posting few more questions on the other chapters also. So without wasting time, let's start with the remaining part and finish off this chapter, marginal costing. Good morning, Rohan. Good morning, Almas. So let's start. When talking about marginal costing, again, it has nothing to do with cost calculation. It's a part of management accounting and it assists management in decision making. Further, we discussed marginal cost, that is the cost of producing additional unit, variable cost, the cost that varies according to production, fixed cost, the cost that remain fixed irrespective of production. Thereafter, we discussed the concept of PV ratio, wherein contribution divided by sales into 100. We discussed break-even sales, that is that level of sales where there is no profit, no loss. When you want to calculate break-even sales, it is fixed cost divided by PV ratio if you want to calculate it in rupees. And if you want to calculate it in units, it is fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. Further, we discussed desired sales, wherein it is, if you want to calculate it in rupees, it is fixed cost plus desired profit divided by PV ratio. And if you want to calculate it in units, it is fixed cost plus desired profit divided by contribution per unit. Further, we discussed the concept of margin of safety, wherein actual sales minus break-even sales is margin of safety, or else we can calculate margin of safety by profit. So profit divided by PV ratio or contribution per unit. One more concept what we discussed is that if the two period figures are given, it is change in profit divided by change in sales into 100. So now let's start with few more concepts. We discussed variety of questions in the previous session. So let's discuss few more concepts on marginal costing. So starting with the first concept, that is key factor or limiting factor. Let me discuss this concept with the help of an example. So let's say I manufacture three types of product, A, B, and C. I do manufacture three types of product, A, B, and C. Good morning, Tanu. Good morning, Samohini. So I do manufacture three types of product, A, B, and C. When talking about the selling price of A, B, and C, let's take it as, one second. So when talking about the selling price of A, B, and C, let's take it 100, 100, and 100. Further, variable cost, let's take it as 60, 70, and 80. So my contribution is per unit 40, 30, and 20. So this is the scenario wherein I'm manufacturing three products A, B, and C, and we have calculated the contribution. Now, let's say My annual requirement of raw material, let's say my annual requirement of raw material is, let's say, one second, let's say 1,50,000 kgs. My annual requirement of raw material is 1,50,000 kgs. But let's say due to lockdown or due to war situation, my supplier said that I will be able to provide only 60,000 kgs of raw material. I repeat again, let's say my annual requirement of raw material is 1,50,000. However, I checked with my supplier that either due to war situation or COVID situation, he said that I will be able to provide only 60,000 kgs of raw material this year. He is able to provide me only 60,000 kgs of raw material. So now, herein, in this case, हमारे पास कौन सा रिसोर्स जो है वो बहुत लिमिटेड क्वांटिटी में अवेलेबल है, रॉ मटेरियल. आई रिपीट अगेन, हियर इन my raw material is available in a very limited quantity. My demand is 1,50,000, but it is available only 60,000 kgs. So herein, in this case, basically raw material is what my key factor. So वो resource, man, machinery, material, either it can be material, it can be labor hours, it can be machine hours. So if either of the resource is available in the limited quantity, then that resource is known as what? Key factor. So herein, in this case, I have only limited supply of raw material. So herein, in this case, my raw material is what? My key factor. So in this case, my raw material is what? My key factor. So I repeat again, वो resource जो हमारे पास बहुत कम क्वांटिटी में अवेलेबल है या लिमिटेड अवेलेबिलिटी है, we call it as key factor. So when talking about which product we should manufacture, my object will be what? To utilize this raw material in such a way that I can get maximum profit. Again, since raw material is available in limited quantity, my object will be what? To utilize this raw material in such a way so that we can get maximum profit. So since raw material is available in limited, therefore, or object therefore, our object will be to use raw material in such a way that we get maximum profit. So, हर एक केजी को हमें ऐसे यूटिलाइज करना है so that we can get maximum profit. Now, रॉ मटेरियल रिक्वायर्ड पर यूनिट, एक यूनिट बनाने में कितना क्वांटिटी ऑफ रॉ मटेरियल लगता है? Let's say to manufacture product A, we do require 10 kgs. To manufacture product B, let's say we require 5 kgs. And to manufacture product C, let's say we require 4 kg. To manufacture product A, 1 unit of product A, we will require 10 kgs. To manufacture 1 unit of product B, we will require 5 kgs. And to manufacture 1 unit of product C, we will require 4 kgs. Now, can you guys tell me or advise me which product we should manufacture so that we can get the maximum profit? Waiting for your answers. Okay, Anil. Can you guys advise me which product we should manufacture and sell so that we can get the maximum profit? So I've got answer from C, Rohan, Julie C, Anil, it is product A, Prem Kumar, it is product B. I want answers from everyone. I repeat again, guys, we have started for the students who have joined a bit late. That is, we have started with key factor or limiting factor, the resource which is available in a very limited quantity. We call it as key factor. So here, my raw material is available only 60,000 kgs, even though my requirement is 1,50,000 kgs, but availability is of only 60,000 kgs due to either we can say the war situation or COVID, whatever it is. So since raw material is available in a very limited quantity, since raw material is available in very limited quantity, so therefore our object will be to use each and every kg of raw material in such a way so that we can get the maximum profit. So I request you guys to advise which product we should manufacture. So Almas has posted B, Samohini C, Sunil C, Meenu, Tanu, Prem. Still I have not received answers from many students. Yes, Rohan, Julie, Sunil Kumar, Jayendra. Waiting for your opinion, Pooja, Samrendra, Mohammed. Can you advise which product we should manufacture and sell? So I've got answers from most of the students. We are saying B, C, and A. Now see, in such situation, see, ultimately our object is what? To get the maximum profit. Since raw material is in limited supply. Now, how to identify that which product we should manufacture? So see, herein we are using 10 kgs of raw material, and how much profit we are getting? 40 rupees. So after using 10 kgs of raw material, we are earning how much? 40 rupees. So for every kg of raw material, how much we are earning? For 10 kgs, if we are using 10 kgs, how much we are earning? 40 rupees. So for every kg, how much we are earning? Very good, Tanu. 4 rupees. Similarly, herein also, after using 5 kgs, we are earning how much? 30 rupees. So for every kg, how much we are earning? 6 rupees. Again, herein also, after using 4 kgs, we are earning 20 rupees. So for every kg, how much we are earning? 5 rupees. So now, for every kg of raw material, the highest earning is what? In case of B. The second highest earning is what? C. And the third highest earning is what? A. So our first priority will be, if there is unlimited demand of every product, we will manufacture product B only, because contribution per kg of raw material is highest in case of B. So herein we can say rank. So if we can say, if there is unlimited demand of every product, if unlimited demand for the products, then we will manufacture product B only. Can you guys tell me how many units we can manufacture for product B? Can you guys advise me or tell me how many products we can manufacture for product B? Very good, Almas. Waiting for your answers. I want you guys to participate. How come Sunil Kumar 20? Very good, Jayendra. Very good, Julie. Waiting for your answers, everyone. Very good. Very good, Samrendra. Yes, Anil, Mohammed, waiting for your answers. Very good, everyone. So, since per unit requirement is how much? 5 kgs. And we have 60,000 kgs. So, how many units we will manufacture? 60,000 divided by 5. So, 12,000 units. And in that case, the contribution will be highest. That is 12,000 into 30. 12,000 units into contribution per unit, it is 30. So if there is unlimited demand for all the products, then we will manufacture product B only, and 12,000 units we will be manufacturing, and my contribution will be how much? 3,60,000. Very good, everyone. Now let's take the second situation A, wherein there is a limited demand. Let's take the second situation in which, let's say, there is a maximum demand of 5,000 units only. We can manufacture and sell only 5,000 units of a particular product. आप 5,000 यूनिट से ज्यादा बेच ही नहीं सकते. The maximum demand is for what? Only 5,000 units. So since the demand is of 5,000 units for every product, that is, we can't sell more than 5,000 units. Samohini, see, 60,000 kgs is what? The total raw material available. And one unit requires how much? 5 kgs. एक यूनिट बनाने में आपको 5 किलो लगता है. So 60,000 divided by 5 kgs. So per unit 5 kgs. Total we have 60,000 kgs. So 12,000 units we can manufacture. I hope it is clear, Samohini. Yes? Okay. Now, when maximum demand is given for every product, that is, we can't manufacture and sell more than 5,000 units. See, these are 12,000 units. If we want to calculate the total contribution, आपको contribution calculate करना है. So my contribution per unit is how much? 30. So the contribution will be how much? 3,60,000. That will be the highest contribution. See, contribution will be less than 360 in this case also and this case also. So the highest contribution we will be getting in product B only. So I have calculated the total contribution, Tanu. I hope it is clear. Yes. So now when maximum demand is given, raw material we have is how much? 60,000 kgs. So since first priority is given to product B, so we will manufacture all 5,000 units of product B. So we will manufacture B first. How many units? Full 5,000 units we will manufacture. So 5,000, one unit requires how many kgs? One unit require how many kgs? 5 kgs. So 5,000 into 5. So 25,000 kgs is gone. Still we have 35,000 kgs. So 25,000 kgs is utilized in manufacturing product B. So still we are left out with 35,000 kgs. Now second priority is given to what? C. 5,000 into 4. 20,000 kgs is required to manufacture product C. Can we manufacture product C? Yes, because my requirement is 20,000 and I have 35,000 kgs of raw material in my hand. So now we will manufacture product C. Since the second priority is given to product C, so 5,000 into 4. 20,000 kgs are utilized to manufacture product C. So we are still left out with how many kgs? 15,000 kgs. See, total 60,000 kgs we have of this product B, since the contribution per kg of raw material is highest in product B. So first we manufacture product B, then we manufacture product C. Now we are still left out with 15,000 kgs. So the balance will be utilized to manufacture product A. So can you guys tell me how many units we can manufacture for product A? We have 15,000 kgs in hand. Very good, Almas. Very good, Julie. I want you to post your answers quickly. It's a very easy question. Can you guys tell me how many units we can manufacture for product A? Yes, Anil, Tanu, Samohini. Very good, Meenu. Correct answer. Very good, Pooja. Yes, Rohan, Anil, Mujahid, Mohammed, Jayendra. Very good, Sunil Kumar. It's not 3750, Sunil Kumar. It is 1500, not. Very good. So, one unit require how many kgs? 10 kgs. And we have 15,000 kgs. We have how many kgs? 15,000 kgs. So, 15,000 divided by 10. 1,500 units we can manufacture at the most. Because one unit requires how many kgs? 10 kgs. So, 1,500 into 10. So 60,000 kgs is utilized as in product B, it is 25,000. In product C, it is 20,000. And balance we are left out is 15,000 kgs. So that will be used to manufacture the remaining units of product A. So we can say, if we want to calculate the total contribution, if we want to calculate the total contribution of A, B, and C, A, how many units manufactured? 1,500. B, how many units we manufactured? Full 5,000. C, how many units we manufactured? Full 5,000. See, these are the units manufactured. Into the contribution per unit is 40, 30, and 20. So anyone having any doubts or queries? I'm just discussing the various possible situation. So we can say, I repeat again. So for the students who have joined bit late, we have started with key factor or limited factor, that is the resource which is available in very limited quantity. We call it as key factor. So herein, let's say my raw material is limited and the available raw material is only 60,000 kgs. Let's say my annual demand is 1,50,000 kgs, but the supplier is able to provide only 60,000 kgs of raw material. So since raw material is in limited supply, so which product we should manufacture? Which product we should manufacture, the decision will be based on the raw material. So here, since raw material is in limited quantity, so our object will be to use raw material in such a way so that we can get maximum profit. So we are manufacturing 3 products A, B, and C, and their contribution per unit is 40, 30, and 20. My raw material required per unit is 10, 5, and 4. So we will calculate the contribution per kg of raw material, that is 4, 6, and 5. 40 divided by 10, 4. 30 divided by 5, 6, and 20 divided by 4, 5. So the contribution is highest in case of B, that is 6. So first priority will be given to B, second priority will be given to C, and third priority, since the contribution is least in case of A, it will be given to A. Now let's say if there is unlimited demand for every product, हर प्रोडक्ट का अनलिमिटेड डिमांड है, इट मींस वी कैन मैन्युफैक्चर एनी प्रोडक्ट, दूसरा प्रोडक्ट मैन्युफैक्चर करने की जरूरत नहीं है. देन वी विल मैन्युफैक्चर ओनली प्रोडक्ट बी because the product B can be sold in any quantity. So if unlimited demand of product, then we will manufacture only product B and 12,000 units we can manufacture. Second situation, wherein maximum demand is also given, that is 5,000 units. So we will check the priority order. So first we will manufacture product B, second we will manufacture product C, and third we will manufacture product A. Anyone having any doubts or queries till now, you guys can please post. Waiting for your queries. Yes, Rohan, Julie, Nisi, Meenu, Prem, Alma, Sunil, Jayendra, Samohini, Tanu, Samrendra, Anil, Pooja. Anyone having any doubts? Waiting for your queries. Now let's take one more situation wherein maximum demand is also given and minimum demand is also given. It means the maximum units we can manufacture for a particular product is 5,000. Wait, Tanu. The maximum units what we can manufacture of a particular product is 5,000. And the minimum demand is, let's say, 2,000 units only. It means you have to manufacture 2,000 units at least of a particular product. एक product का, sorry, for every product you have to manufacture minimum 2,000 units. So here, let's take the third situation wherein maximum and minimum maximum demand is 5,000 units of a particular product and the minimum we have to manufacture 2,000 units of a particular product. एक प्रोडक्ट के मिनिमम 2,000 यूनिट्स तो आपको मैन्युफैक्चर करने ही है to sustain in the market. So we have raw material, how many kgs? 60,000 kgs. So first we will fulfill the minimum demand. That is 2000 units of A into 10 plus 2000 units of B into 5 plus 2000 units of C into 4. So how much raw material is used in all these to fulfill the minimum demand? 2000 into 10. So to fulfill the minimum demand, 38,000 is gone. So we have only 22,000 kgs left. So once the minimum demand is fulfilled, we have utilized 38,000 kgs. So still we are left out with 22,000 kgs. So when talking about these 22,000 kgs, we will first utilize this quantity to manufacture product B, because the first priority is given to product B since the contribution per kg of raw material is highest. So we will manufacture first product B. Now the total demand is of 5,000, of which 2,000 units are already manufactured. So we will manufacture balance 3,000 units of product B. 2,000 units we have already manufactured of A, B, and C. So balance demand we will fulfill is 3,000 units. So 3,000 units into 5 per 5 kgs per unit. So after manufacturing full 5,000 units of product B, still we are left out with 7,000 kgs. Still we are left out with 7,000 kgs. So can you guys tell me which product we will manufacture from these 7,000 kgs? Quick, guys. I want you guys to participate in the session. Very good, Almas. Neeraj. Good morning, Neeraj. Very good, Prem. Correct answer. Very good, everyone. And plus, do post how many units we will manufacture for product C. Very good. I've received answers from everyone. Very good. Correct answer. Everyone correct answer. I'm happy that you guys are thorough with the concepts. Very good, everyone. Still, I'm waiting for your answers from few students. Tanu, Rohan, very good, Tanu. This time, correct answer. Very good, Rohan. So, out of 5,000 units, 2,000 units we have already manufactured. So, at the most, 3,000 units can be manufactured. But let's check that can these 3,000 units be manufactured? 3,000 units, balance 4 kgs. So we need 12,000 kgs to manufacture remaining units of product C. Do we have 12,000 kgs? No, we don't have 12,000 kgs. We have 7,000 kgs only. So 7,000 kgs divided by per unit, how many kgs? 4. So for the product B, we can manufacture at the most balance 1750 units. So if we want to calculate the contribution in this case, A, B, and C. For A, we manufacture 2,000 units. For B, we manufacture 5,000 units. And for C, 2,000 plus 1750, 3750 units. Into my contribution per unit, 40, 30, and 20. So three situations I have taken: when unlimited demand for all the products, so we will manufacture product B. Second, when the maximum demand is given, that is this much is given, we will manufacture A, B, and C accordingly. And if maximum and minimum demand is given, both the demands are given, we will first fulfill the minimum demand and then we will fulfill the balance requirement depending upon the priority order. Very good, Sunil. So this is all what about the concept of key factor. I'll be discussing few more points on key factor, but I request you guys to copy this part. So first part is this one. So first part is this one. Second is this one till here. Third is this one. Fourth is this one. This one complete. And then last is fifth is this one. So copy it again. Don't take the screenshot. Copy in your notebook. Do write the comments that what you have understood in your notebook. So it will help you while revising. Again, do write it. What you will write, you will remember it forever. Every time you can't check recorded session. So giving you 5 minutes time to copy everything. In the meanwhile, in these 5 minutes, if you guys have any queries relating to key factor, you guys can post. It's a very important concept and examiner do ask questions frequently. Again, there are no formulas. I have explained all these concepts. I have explained everything in a conceptual way. There are no formulas. Don't apply any formulas. Stick to the concepts. Write the concept in your language. It will help you a lot. So giving you 5 minutes time, please copy everything. Anyone having any doubts or queries? So I hope you guys have copied everything. It's done. So let's proceed further. See, in that question, what we discussed, since my key factor was what? Raw material. So my decision was based on what? Contribution per kg of raw material. Since my limiting factor or key factor was what? Raw material. So my decision will be based on what? Contribution per kg of raw material. Which product we should manufacture so that we can get the maximum profit, that was decided using this part, that is contribution per kg of raw material. That is contribution per kg of raw material jiska highest tha we manufacture first and accordingly second and third. Yes, Tanu, we have to give ranking that which product we should manufacture first, second, and third. Now, let's take a scenario in which labor hours are my key factor. Labor hour is in very limited supply. So my decision will be based on contribution per labor hour. My decision will be based on contribution per labor. Let's say my machine hours are limited. So my decision will be based on contribution per machine hour. Now a question for you. My sales value is limited. That is, इतने रुपए से ज्यादा मैं sales नहीं कर सकता. My sales value is limited. Let's say the limitation is given that the total sales should be not more than 1 crore. The total sales should not be more than 1 crore. So what will be the basis of decision? Can you guys tell me? Waiting for your opinion, everyone. If raw material is limited, isn't available in limited quantity, the decision will be based on contribution per kg of raw material. If labor hours are limited, contribution per labor hour. Machine hours are limited, contribution per machine hour. But let's say sales value is the limiting factor. Can you guys tell me what will be the basis of decision? I've got answer from Rohan. Rest all waiting for your answers. Prem Kumar, Rohan. Julie, Pooja, I've got your answer. Okay, so I've got the correct and the appropriate answer from only one student, that is Sambrendra. Rest all incorrect answer. Very good, Sambrendra. Tanu, somehow, somewhere, do post the appropriate answer. I mean, I'm sure that you want to say the same thing, but yes, just write it correctly. Rest all waiting for your opinion, waiting for your answers. Yes, Almas, Meenu, Samohini, Pooja. If sales value is the limiting factor. Very good, Tanu. It is correct now. Yes, Almas, Mr. Mujahid, Neeraj. So if the sales value is the limiting factor, the basis of decision will be PV ratio. And if the sales is limitation is 1 crore, we will manufacture and sell that product only wherein we are getting the highest PV ratio. Because if a particular product is having highest PV ratio, then only we will get the maximum contribution and profit. My next question, sales quantity is limiting factor. Can you guys tell me what will be the basis of decision? Very good, Rohan. It was correct. Now, the next question is if the sales quantity is the limiting factor. Waiting for your answers. Very good, Rohan. Correct answer. Rest all waiting for your answers. If the sales quantity that we can sell at the most 10,000, 20,000, or 30,000 units, whatever it is. So, if the sales quantity is the limiting factor, very good, Samrendra. Correct answer. Tanu, PV ratio if the sales value is limited. Yes, waiting for your answer, everyone. It is contribution per unit, Tanu. So जिसका contribution per unit highest होता है, that we will manufacture first. I'm not discussing the questions from the material. I'm just taking random example, Mujahid. Anyways, I request you guys to copy this explanation. So if the sales value is the limiting factor, then PV ratio. If the sales quantity is the limiting factor, the decision will be based on contribution per unit. So this is all what about key factor or limiting factor. We are done with key factor and limiting factor. So now let's start with the next concept. I request you guys to please take the screenshot. I'm sharing a question. Question number 3. I request you guys to please take the screenshot. Question number 3. Question number 3. A paint manufacturing company manufactured 2 lakh per annum medium-sized tin of royal paint when working at normal capacity. It incurs the following cost of manufacturing per unit, wherein direct material it is 7 rupees 80 paisa, direct labor it is 2 rupees 10 paisa, variable overhead it is 2 rupees 50 paisa. Fixed overhead are rupees 4. I request you guys to take the screenshot. So the production cost per unit comes to 16 rupees 40 paisa. Each unit of a product is sold for rupees 21 with a variable selling and administration expenses of 60 paisa per tin. During the next quarter, only 10,000 units can be produced and sold. Management plans to shut down the plant, estimating that the fixed manufacturing cost can be reduced to 74,000 for the quarter. When the plant is operating, the fixed overheads are incurred at a uniform rate throughout the year. Additional cost of plant shutdown for the quarter, it is estimated to be rupees 14,000. You are required to express your opinion along with calculation as to whether the plant should be shut down during the quarter or not. And the second part, to calculate the shutdown point for the quarter in units of product in terms of number of tins. So I request you guys to post your answer on first part, that whether the plant should be shut down or not, and what is the loss if it is any. Waiting for your answers. Try to solve this question. Again, such type of question examiner do ask. So I request you guys to please take the screenshot. Question number 3. This is the first page. And this is the second page. I request you guys to post your answer along with that, whether there is profit or loss, and if there is any loss or profit, whatever it is, the plant should be shut down or not. If it is shut down, then what will be the loss? Waiting for your answers. Have you guys calculated the fixed cost? What will be the fixed cost? Waiting for your answer. Fixed cost for the quarter. What will be the fixed cost for the quarter? Waiting for your answers. What will be the fixed cost? Very good, Prem Kumar. Very good. Julie, please check the calculation of fixed cost. It is incorrect. What will be the fixed cost for the quarter? Waiting for your answers. I'm talking about the total fixed cost. Julie, it is incorrect. Neeraj, it is incorrect. Rohan, it is incorrect. What will be the total fixed cost for the quarter? Total 10 lakh units we are manufacturing throughout the year, and the fixed cost per unit, fixed cost overheads are per unit, it is 4. So what will be the fixed cost for the quarter? I'm talking about the fixed cost for the quarter. So see, total 2 lakh units are manufactured throughout the year, and fixed overhead is rupees 4 per unit. It is the total overheads for the year is how much? 8 lakh. So for this quarter, how much will be the overhead? So in a year there are total 4 quarters. So per quarter fixed cost will be how much? 2 lakh rupees. See, it is given in the question also. It is given in the question also. See that the fixed cost, see, when the plant is operating, the fixed overheads are incurred a uniform rate throughout the year. So irrespective of the units manufactured, the fixed cost is constant. So now, since we have got the fixed cost, so if in this quarter, contribution total will be how much? 10,000 units were manufactured into 8. So my contribution will be 80,000. My fixed cost, I have already calculated, that is 2 lakh. So there will be a loss of how much? 1,20,000 rupees. Anyone having any doubts till now? You guys can tell me. Waiting for your answers. Anyone having any doubts or queries? How come this loss is calculated? Very simple. The selling price is given, the variable cost per unit is given. So the total variable cost will be rupees 13. So my contribution will be how much? Rupees 8. The fixed cost is how much? Total 2 lakh units we are manufacturing throughout the year. And per unit fixed overheads are how much? Rupees 4. Per unit fixed overheads are how much? Rupees 4. So the total overheads will be how much? 8 lakh for the year. In a year, there are total 4 quarters. So very simple, per quarter fixed cost will be how much? Rupees 2 lakh. So 2 lakh will be my fixed overhead. So for this quarter, we are manufacturing 10,000 units only. So 10,000 into contribution per unit 8. So my total contribution will be 80,000. The fixed cost for the quarter will be how much? 2 lakh. So my quarterly loss will be how much? 1,20,000. So this which will be the loss. Anyone having any doubts? Yes, Tanu, Julie, Prem Kumar, Almas, Samrendra, Pooja. This is a very good question, guys. The second part is important. So anyone having any doubts in the first part? Yes, Julie, you posted incorrect answer. Prem Kumar also, your answer is incorrect. Rohan, I hope it is clear till now. Yes, Tanu, any doubts? Samohini, any doubts? If anyone can have any doubts, you guys can speak up also. That's okay. So what exactly is the doubt, Tanu? Can you please tell me? Yes, Tanu. Variable cost, it is given straight away. Material, it is 7.8 per unit. Labor, it is given 2.1 per unit. Variable overheads are given 2 per unit. And variable selling and administration overhead is 60 paisa per unit. So total variable cost will be 13. So selling price minus variable cost contribution will be rupees 8 per unit. Anything else, Tanu? Yes, Samohini, any doubts? What exactly you are finding difficult, Samohini? Till now, the calculation is straight away and simple. See, the new concept is going to come now. Samohini, very simple. Where exactly you are finding difficult? If you want, you can speak up also. See here, very simple. Selling price is given, variable cost is given, contribution per unit is given, that is 8. The fixed cost is given for the year 8 lakh. So for a quarter, it will be how much? 2 lakh. So fixed cost is 2 lakh. Now, if we are manufacturing and selling 10,000 units, my contribution will be how much? 80,000. My fixed cost is 2 lakh. My quarterly loss will be how much? 1 lakh 20,000. Now, herein the twist start. Herein now the twist starts. See, the question is saying that when the plant is operating, the fixed overheads are incurred at a uniform rate throughout the year. If you want to shut down the plant, the additional cost of plant shutdown is 14,000 plus the second paragraph. During the next quarter, only 10,000 units can be produced and sold. Management plans to shut down the plant, estimating that the fixed manufacturing overheads can be reduced to 74,000 for the quarter. Currently, my fixed overheads are, see, when the plant is operating, how much is my fixed overhead? 2 lakh. But herein, if we are shutting down the plant, when the plant is shut down, अगर हम लोग प्लांट बंद कर देते हैं, it is given in the question that the fixed manufacturing can be reduced to 74,000. So if you shut down the plant during the quarter, अगर आप कोई particular quarter में plant shut down कर देते हैं, there will be a saving in fixed cost and the fixed cost can be reduced to how much? 74,000. The fixed cost can be reduced up to how much? 74,000. It is given in the question. The management plans to shut down the plant, estimating that the fixed manufacturing cost can be reduced to 74,000. However, there is an additional cost of shutdown. How much? 14,000. Shutdown cost. So in short, when the plant is operating, the fixed cost is 2 lakh. And when the plant is shut down, the fixed cost is 88,000. When the plant is working, my fixed cost is how much? 2 lakh. And when the plant is shut down, my fixed cost is 88,000. Shutdown means not permanently. If during the quarter or if in a particular quarter, let's say if there is a slack season or off season, let's say rainy season is the off season. So instead of operating, better to shut down. Our fixed cost can be reduced to 88,000. 74,000 will be the fixed cost and additional cost of shutdown will be 14,000. So the fixed cost can be reduced to 88,000. Now, can you guys tell me at what point we are indifferent? चालू रखो बंद रखो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला during the quarter. See, let's say in this quarter we are suffering a loss of 1,20,000. Can you guys tell me at what quantity we are indifferent that चालू रखो बंद रखो? It's same. I repeat again. If we continue with the plant, the fixed cost is 2 lakh. If we shut down the plant also, the cost is 88,000. Can you guys tell me the point where we are indifferent? That is better to continue or not to continue. The things are going to be same. Waiting for your answers. Prem Kumar, waiting for your answer. Answer is incorrect. Prem Kumar, you have posted different answer before, but very good. I appreciate your efforts, but answer is incorrect. Can you guys tell me at what point we are indifferent? चालू रखो, बंद रखो, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला. Loss is going to be the same. See, herein, if we continue with the plant, the fixed cost is 2 lakh. If we shut down the plant, the fixed cost is 88,000. So you guys have to tell me at what point we are indifferent. At what point we are indifferent? चालू रखो बंद रखो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला. I hope you guys understood my question. Rohan, it is incorrect. Neeraj Patel, it is incorrect. I appreciate your efforts, but it is incorrect. Waiting for your answers. Yes, Almas, waiting for your answer. Okay, so I have got the correct answer from Almas. Very good. Correct answer, Almas. You guys have to tell me the number of units we are manufacturing at that point. We are indifferent. चालू रखो बंद रखो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला. You guys have to tell me. So second, I have got answer from Prem Kumar. Very good, Prem. Your answer is correct. So Almas and Prem were able to post the correct answer. Mimu, the answer is incorrect. Again, don't apply formulas. Yes, Tanu and Samohini, waiting for your answers. Jayendra, Neeraj Patel, Pooja, whatever the answers you are getting, do post it. You guys have to tell me the point where we are indifferent. If चालू रखो बंद रखो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला. Take your time, try to solve new questions and variety of question on your own. Yes, Tanu and Samohini. Rohan, Pooja. See, guys, if we shut down the plant, there is a loss of how much? 88,000. Okay, I've got answer from Tanu also. Incorrect answer, Tanu. If we shut down the plant, how much is the loss? If we shut down the plant, how much is the loss? 88,000. Because there is a fixed cost of 88,000 if we shut down the plant also. So it means 88,000 is the cost if we shut down the plant. So we can say if we shut down the plant in a particular quarter, there will be a loss of 88,000. So you guys have to tell me, अगर plant चालू रखे और 88,000 का loss हो, it means we are indifferent. चालू रखो तो भी 88,000 का loss हो and बंद रखो तो भी 88,000 का loss हो. This is the hint for the question. See, if we shut down the plant, when the plant is shut down, the 88,000 is the fixed cost. It means there is a loss of 88,000. So you guys have to calculate the units wherein if we continue with the plant and there is a loss of 88,000. In simple terms, we can say my desired loss is 88,000. So you guys have to tell me the loss, the units where the desired loss is 88,000 in fact. I hope this will help. If we shut down the plant, the cost is 88,000. So you guys have to tell me. So it means if we continue with the plant or 88,000 loss hota hai, it means we are indifferent to continue or to not to continue. We are same. Julie, it is not 11,000. See, in short, if we continue with the plant, if we continue with the operation and there is a loss of 88,000, then we are indifferent. If we continue with the plant and if there is a loss of 88,000 rupees, it means then we are indifferent. Then at this point, we are so 88,000 is my what we can say my desired loss. अगर चालू रख के भी 88,000 का लॉस होता है, इट मींस वी आर इनडिफरेंट. चालू रखो बंद रखो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला. My fixed cost is what? 2 lakh. So how much will be my contribution? I'm doing the reverse calculation. How much will be my contribution? 1,12,000. And contribution per unit is how much? Divided by 8. So 1,12,000 divided by 8. If we are manufacturing and selling 14,000 units, if we are manufacturing and selling 14,000 units, we are indifferent. Plant चालू रखो या बंद रखो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला, because we are going to suffer a loss of 88,000. I hope this part is clear. I'll discuss the formula also. This is the way to explain the concept. See, if we shut down the plant, there is a loss of 88,000. So if we continue with the plant and suffer loss of 88,000, it means we are indifferent. To continue or not continue, it's going to be the same. So 88,000 is what my desired loss. My fixed cost, if we continue with the plant, 2 lakh rupees. So how much will be my required contribution? 1,12,000. 1,12,000 minus 2 lakh is how much? 88. So 1,12,000 is the contribution what we want. And contribution per unit is how much? 8 rupees. So 14,000 units is the point where we are indifferent. So if the unit goes below 14,000, better to shut down. At 14,000, we are safe. We can continue and we can discontinue. It's up to us. But once the level crosses 14,000, it is better to continue. I hope it is clear to all. See, I can explain this concept by applying a simple formula also, but trust me, the formula won't work when the question is on the trickier side. So I'm erasing this part. You can copy this part. So we can say when talking about the formula, fixed cost divided by shutdown cost. Sorry, minus shutdown cost divided by contribution per unit. So this is the concept behind the formula for shutdown point. I hope it is clear to all. Yes, Julie, Pooja, Tanu, Meenu, Prem Kumar, Almas. So hearing 2 lakh minus 88,000 divided by 8 is my contribution per unit, 14,000 units. So if we are manufacturing and selling less than 14,000 units, better to shut down because the loss will increase. The loss will pass, the loss will be more than 88,000. Good. Very good, Tanu. So if the units goes less than 14,000, it's better to shut down because our loss will be more than 88,000. If the units are at 14,000, it means if we continue also, there is a loss of 88,000. If we discontinue also, there is a loss of 88,000. But once the units cross 14,000, it means we should continue with the plant. I hope it is clear. Samohini, Rohan, Neeraj, any doubts? So as I said, there are no formulas in costing. The key is what? Basically the concepts. I'm just using the same concept, PV ratio, break-even sales, and all these things. And contribution divided by contribution per unit, you will get the unit. So these are the five important points: sales, variable cost, contribution, fixed cost, and profit. ये 5 point पे पूरा marginal costing based है. I hope it is clear to all. Yes, Pooja. Any doubts? Julie, Jayendra, Prem Kumar, Meenu, Samohini. Any doubts? I hope it is clear to all. I request you guys to copy the solution, please. Again, do write the comments that this is what you have understood. These are the logic behind these formulas. In short, my desired loss is how much? In short, basically, my desired loss plus fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. I'm applying the same formula. But you can't write like this. This is just for your understanding. The formula is fixed cost minus shutdown cost divided by contribution per unit. I hope it is clear to all. One more question I want to discuss. Very easy question, in fact. Let's see who answers first. Question number one, you are required to calculate the break even point. Waiting for your answers. Question number one, you have to post the answer, waiting for your answer. It's a very easy question. But yes, read each and every word of the each and every line of the question carefully. There is a small twist in the question, rest the question is straight away. Again, these types of questions examiner do ask. So post your answer on question number one. See, the purpose of, the purpose is like when I make you guys solve the question, at least you will learn from your mistakes. When I will solve the question straight away, you will find it easy. But when you try and when I correct it, you understand the concepts in a better way. Okay, when you see, while revising, you'll remember that, okay, this is what I thought, this is the mistake what I did while attempting the question, and this is what the sir explained. So this is the correct way to solve variety of question and to learn the concepts. Try to solve the question again. It is based on 5 terms: sales, variable cost, contribution, fixed cost and profit. इसके अलावा कोई भी rocket science नहीं है. So try to attempt every question, be it right, be it wrong, post your answer. So once I will, like, once if you are able to understand that, okay, this is the mistake what I did and this is the way sir corrected it, you will remember this part forever. So, anyways, guys, post your answer on question number one, waiting for your answer. You have to simply post the break even sales for evening daily. So, Mohini, as I said, I'm not going to ask you such an easy question. So, don't worry. Take your time, read each and every line of the question carefully, and then post the answer. You are attending my lectures from long, so you know this, that if I'm asking a question, I won't be asking a easy question, because easy question time is over with after the first session itself. So I'll be discussing variety of questions. So the question is not that simple, but yes, if you'll try, you will be able to solve. Waiting for your answer. Question number one. It is incorrect, Samohini. I appreciate your efforts, but it is incorrect. Almas has posted the same answer what Samohini has posted. Your answers are matching, but your answer is incorrect. Question number one, Rohan. So very good, Prem. Correct answer. So I have received correct answer from Prem Kumar. Very good, Prem. Your answer is correct. Rest everyone waiting for your answer on question number 1. Pooja, incorrect answer. Keep trying. Samohini, Pooja, Almas, and rest all waiting for your answers. Meenu, Jayendra, Samrendra. Meenu, again, your answer is matching with Samohini and Almas, but this answer is incorrect. 17,857. Samoni is getting the answer. Almas is getting the answer. Meenu has got the same answer, but the answers are incorrect. I've received the correct answer from Prem Kumar. So let's start with this question. Question number 1. Tanu 35714 is incorrect. So let's start. I've not received answer from Neeraj, Samrendra, Rohan. Last 2 minutes for you. Whatever the answers you are getting, do post it. Julie, you also didn't post it, the answer. So let's start with question number 1. A newspaper presently sells 1 lakh copies of its morning daily. So everything is going good. They are selling 1 lakh copies of morning daily, and now they are planning to publish evening daily. And the particulars are given, the selling price, variable cost, and the fixed cost are given. The weekly data is given relating to fixed cost. Now, very important point, the sale of morning daily will fall at the rate 1 copy for every 10 copies sold of evening daily. मतलब very simple, अगर आप morning evening daily का 10 copies sell करेंगे, so there will be a loss of 1 copy of morning daily. Calculate the break even point of evening daily. Very good, Julie, but the answer is incorrect. So you are required to calculate the break even point for evening daily. So when talking about the selling price and variable cost of morning daily, it is 2 rupees and 1 rupees 20 paisa. It means the contribution is how much? 80 paisa. And the fixed cost is how much? 2,40,000 per week. This is the data available for morning daily, and when talking about evening daily, selling price is how much? 50 paisa. Variable cost is how much? 22 paisa. Fixed cost is given 10,000 per week. So this is the question given. Now see, very important. The sale of morning daily will fall by 1 copy on every 10 copies sold of evening daily. If we sell 10 copies of evening daily, then what will happen? there will be a loss of one copy of morning daily. Morning daily का एक copy कम बिकेगा. It means for every 10 copies of evening daily, we can say there will be a loss of how much? 80 paisa, because per copy we are earning 80 paisa. So we can say for every 10 copies of evening daily, there will be a loss of 80 paisa. So we can say for every copy of evening daily, we can say there is an opportunity loss of 8 paisa. So for every copy of evening daily, there is a variable cost of 22 paisa, but there is an opportunity cost of 8 paisa also. So my contribution per unit will be how much? 20 paisa. Now 10,000, that is break even sales, fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. So fixed cost is 10,000 divided by 20 paisa. It is 50,000 copies per two. This is the final answer. I hope it is clear to all. Read each and every line of the question carefully and then start with the solution. Anyone having any doubts? Yes, Tanu, what's your opinion on this question? I hope it is clear. Meenu, Pooja, Prem Kumar. Yes, Samohini. I think this was easy. See, Tanu, very simple. This is the data given. Now it is given for every 10 copies of evening daily, we will lose one copy of morning daily. For every 10 copies of evening daily, we will lose one copy of morning daily. It means we can say for every 10 copies of evening daily, we can say there is a loss of contribution of 80 paisa of morning daily. हर 10 कॉपी पे 80 पैसा का नुकसान होता है. फॉर एवरी कॉपी ऑफ इवनिंग डेली we can say there is an opportunity cost of 8 paisa. 80 paisa divided by 10. See, for 10 copies 80 paisa, so for one copy it is 8 paisa. So we can say 8 paisa is what? My opportunity cost. I hope it is clear. Yes, Tanu. Samohini, any doubts? Meenu, Julie, Rohan, any doubts? I hope it is clear to all of you. Neeraj Patel, any doubts? So done with this question. It's already 8:40, so let's take a break of 15 minutes. I'll be back after 15 minutes with one more concept of sales mix, and that will be the last concept for the day and for this chapter. So let's take a break of 15 minutes. I'll be back after 15 minutes with the last part. Yes, Tanu, it is means loss of morning is the opportunity of evening. See, it's basically the opportunity loss, because if we are selling evening daily, then there will be a loss to the company in the form of 8 paisa per copy of evening daily. So basically, this is an opportunity cost or loss, whatever it is. So let's take a break, admin sir. Welcome back, my friends. So now let's start with one more question. I request you guys to please take the screenshot of the question. Oh, sorry. Question number 4. Uh, there are few queries from the students, so don't worry. I'll try to keep a query session and I'll be addressing all your queries. In the meanwhile, whatever the queries you have, if you guys want me to solve this, just write a mail to cma-inter@icai.in. Trust me, guys, I'll be addressing all your queries till the last date of your exams. So, whatever the queries you have in the chapters, what I have discussed, how to prepare also, just write a mail. I'll be addressing all your queries personally. Don't worry, guys. So, let's start with question number 4. Vijay Limited makes and sell two products, V and J. The budgeted selling price of V it is 1800 and that of J it is 2160. So they are manufacturing two products, V and J. The selling price is given for V and J. Variable cost associated with producing and selling V are 900 and that of J it is 1800. Annual fixed production and selling cost of Vijay Limited it is 88,000. So the fixed cost is given, the variable cost is given, and the selling price is given. The company has two sales options. The V and J can be sold either in the ratio of 2:3 or in ratio of 1:2. So Mohini, let's see again. See, this concept is very easy. This concept is very easy when talking about absorption costing. It's like what we have discussed, overheads and all, cost sheet and all. So that is absorption costing. And when talking about marginal costing, we are discussing sales less variable cost, contribution less fixed cost profit. No rocket science at all. Still, if you have any doubts, you can write a mail. I'll be addressing your query. So now the company has two production and sales option. The V and J can be sold either in the ratio of 2:3 or in ratio of 1:2. So what will be the optimal mix and why? So let's start with this question. I request you guys to take the screenshot for the same. So now V and J. The selling price is given. For V it is 1800 and that of J it is 2160. My variable cost is 900 and 1800. Therefore, my contribution per unit will be how much? 900 and 360. My fixed cost is given. That is 88,000. So to figure out that which one is the optimal mix, we need to calculate the combined PV ratio and combined break-even sales. So the mix wherein the PV ratio is on the higher side and the break-even sales is less, we can say that mix is optimal. So now herein, we have to calculate the PV ratio and the break-even sales. Now see, So let's start with mix. The first mix, that is 2:3. Let's start with the first mix, that is 2:3. We have to calculate the combined PV ratio. So the price is given, the weightage is given, that is the ratio is in the ratio, it should be in the ratio of 2:3. So the weightage is given and the price is given. So we will calculate the combined PV ratio. The contribution is how much? 900. The ratio is how much? 2. Plus for J, it is 360 into 3, whole divided by my selling price, that is contribution divided by sales only. So 1800 into 2 plus 2160 into 3 multiplied by 100. So 900 into 2 plus 360 into 3. 2880 divided by 10080 multiplied by 100. So my combined PV ratio will be 28.57. My combined PV ratio will be 28.57. So next part, what we will calculate is my combined break-even sales. It is fixed cost divided by PV ratio. Fixed cost is 88,000 divided by my PV ratio, it is 28.57%. So it will be 308015. So since my combined break-even sales is 308015 rupees, we can calculate the individual break-even sales also for V and J. It will be distributed in the ratio of sales only. So my sales is 1800 into 2 and 2160 into 3. So this will be 3600 is to 6480. So if you want to calculate the individual, see, sometimes examiner do ask question that you have to calculate combined break even sales for each and every product. So this is the process what you have to follow. So here we can say 308015. So this will be 111005 rupees. 198010 rupees. So if the question, see herein, we can't apply the regular formula because two products are given. So two PV ratio, if you want to calculate PV ratio separately, you can calculate. But here in the break even sales is given as a whole. Break even, sorry, fixed cost is given as a whole. Fixed cost, आपको combined fixed cost दिया हुआ है, that is 88,000. Now, since there are two products and the fixed cost is given as a whole, the question is how to calculate break even sales. So to calculate break-even sales, we have to first calculate the combined PV ratio. I repeat again, till now we discussed that there was only one product, so we were able to calculate the PV ratio and break-even sales. But what if in case if there are two or more than two products and the fixed cost is given as a whole? So in that case, we first calculate the combined PV ratio. That is units into price plus units into price uh, into sorry units into contribution per unit plus units into contribution per unit divided by again units into selling price plus units into selling price into 100. So you have to consider the price as well as the quantity. So here we have calculated the combined break-even points. Thereafter, once the combined PV ratio, once combined PV ratio is calculated, we can easily calculate the combined break-even sales. And after getting the combined break-even sales, we have to distribute it in the ratio of sales, that is 1800 into 2, 3600, and 2160 into 3, 6480. So this is how we will calculate the break-even sales in rupees. And if you want to calculate it in units, you can divide it by selling price. So if you want to calculate it in units, it is 92 units. It is 91.67. So I have considered it as 92 units. And 111005 divided by my selling price. So this will be 62 units. So I repeat again, guys, be careful when two or more than two products are given and the fixed cost is given as a whole. So very important. The first thing what you will do is you will calculate the combined PV ratio, wherein you have to consider the price as well as the quantity, because we have to consider the weight of the quantity along with the price. The same goes with the contribution also. So we will first calculate the combined PV ratio, then we will calculate combined break-even sales, and this will be distributed in the ratio of sales. So once the sales is calculated, we can easily calculate the quantity also. There is an alternate way to calculate the break-even sales in quantity also. If you want to calculate the break-even sales in quantity, we have to calculate the weighted average contribution per unit. So instead of calculating the PV ratio, we will calculate the weighted average contribution per unit. My contribution per unit is 900 for this one into 2 plus 360 into 3 divided by 2 plus 3, that is 5. So this will be 5. Now let's calculate the combined break-even point. Again, fixed cost divided by weighted average contribution per unit. So my fixed cost is 88,000 divided by 576. This should be distributed in the ratio of 2:3. You will get the answer. So this will be 62 and this will be 92. The difference is basically the rounding of difference. So 62 units and 92 units. So I repeat again, if you want to calculate break-even sales in rupees, fixed cost divided by PV ratio. If you want to calculate it in units, it is fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. But wherein there are two or more than two products, so it is fixed cost divided by combined PV ratio, and in units, it is fixed cost divided by weighted average contribution per unit. So if the mix is 2:3, this is the way you have to calculate. I request you guys to post your answer if in case the mix is 1:2. If the mix is 1:2, I want you guys to post your answer. What will be the combined PV ratio, combined break-even sales, and individual break-even sales? Waiting for your answers. The same question, instead of 2:3, if the mix is 1:2, what will be your answer? Waiting for your answers. Very good, Julie. So I've received answer from Julie. Julie is the first one to answer. Okay, followed by Prem Kumar. Your answers are matching. Very good, guys. I think over a period of time, I can feel that the speed to solve the question has increased. Even Samohini has also posted weighted average contribution. Rest all. It's the last query for this session from my end. So I want everyone to address my query. Samohini, please recheck. I want you guys to at least address my last query for this session. So waiting answers from every one of you. Very good, Julie. Yes, Tanu. Waiting for your answer. Neeraj, Pooja, Prem Kumar. Rohan, Samrendra, Jayendra. Very good, Pooja, Samrendra. Your answers are correct. So many students posted the answers on PV ratio. So again, combined PV ratio. So it is 900 into 1 plus 2160. Sorry, 360 into 2 divided by 1800 into 1 plus 2160 into 2. Tanu, please recheck. So it is 26.47%. Very good, Meenu. All your answers are correct. Very good, Almas. Neeraj, very good. Tanu, please recheck your answer. Samohini, please recheck your answer. Do post your answer on individual break-even sales in units. Waiting for your answers. Individual break-even sales in units. Very good, everyone. Your answers are correct. Very good, everyone. Pooja, please recheck your answer. Break-even sales. No worries. That is also correct, Samohini. So herein we can say that the combined PV ratio here is 28.57 and here it is 26.47. Even the break-even sales also is on the higher side. So we can say the mix 2.3 is to 3 is optimal. Because the break-even sales is less and the PV ratio is more. Anyone else with any doubts or queries? I'm done with the solution and done with the chapter. Rohan Sahu, combined break-even sales, it is fixed cost divided by PV ratio. It is fixed cost divided by combined PV ratio. You will get the combined break-even sales, Rohan. Where exactly you are finding difficult? This is distributed. See, 308015 is distributed in the ratio of sales, that is 1800 into 2 and 2160 into 3. So 3600 and 6480. This is 1800 into 2 and 2160 into 3. I hope it is clear, Rohan. Yes, Rohan. I hope it is clear, Rohan. See, 3600 is to 6480. So 308015 divided by the total of these two, that is 10080 into 3600. So we will get 1110005. I hope it is clear. 308015 into 3600 divided by 10080. The total of these two. I hope it is clear, Rohan. No, how can you distribute when see, this is the sales. Sales means what? Quantity and price. Sales means quantity and price. No, that question is easy. I have discussed this question in the previous session also. It's a simple mathematics. Still, if you are finding difficult, write a mail from your email ID on cma-enter@icai.in. I'll resolve your query. Again, Samohini, it's not going to take one session. It's only 15-20 minutes concept. But it's already 9:30. So again, write a mail to cma-enter@icai.in. I'll be taking care of your query. So, done with this chapter. I'll try to take one query session for all the chapters. So give me some time. You guys will be updated for the query session. Still, if you are like finding any sort of difficulty in the chapters, whatever I have discussed, just write a mail addressing my name. I'll be taking care of your queries personally. Don't worry, guys. It's up to you, Samohini. You can use any of the method. Just check what the question is asking. They are asking you to calculate it in rupees or in units. So it's Rohan, it's up to you. You can mention that since the PV ratio is on the higher side and break-even sales is less. So this is basically the optimal mix. I've not written, but yes, I've explained. So you can write it that the PV ratio is higher and the break-even sales is lower in case of mix 2:3. That's why it is optimal. I hope it is clear now. And Samohini, as I said, there are many ways to solve a single question. So it's up to you which approach you follow. Try to solve the question in the easiest possible way. It will save your time and energy. So guys, Samohini, when talking about the preparation of theory question, refer past examination questions. That is more than sufficient. So just check past 10 years paper. In last 20 attempts, whatever the questions they are asking, they do repeatedly ask the same question. So if you refer the past 10 years examination questions, that is more than sufficient. you will find the similar question has been asked more than 5 to 6 times. So that is more than sufficient. It's practically not possible to read all the theory. So better refer past examination question and do check my sessions. I have discussed all the concepts in detail. So this much is more than sufficient to get 75% plus marks in exams. So guys, again, it's the last session. So I request you guys to, as I said at the beginning of the session itself, focus on concepts rather than memorizing or ratifying the formulas. The question should come in your mind that how come this formulas? I mean, why these formulas? ये formula बना तो क्यों बना? So that should be the question. So try to memorize the concepts. Try to apply the concepts. I know it will be difficult for you in first or second or third question, but yes, once you are done with 3 to 4 questions, I assure you, you will be able to solve any questions easily. So the key is focus on the concepts. Try to solve as many as possible question in writing. The questions are available in study material, past practice manual, RTPs, MTPs, mock test paper. Take the printout. Take the printout of the scanner. Scanner are also available of past 10 years. So take the printout of the scanner and don't check the solution after every step. Solve the question completely and then check the final answer. If it is incorrect, cross it and then again try to solve it. So keep on trying. That see generally कई students क्या करते हैं कि after the first steps is over, they check that okay it is correct or not. एग्जामिनेशन में आपको सोल्यूशन चेक करने के लिए आंसर शीट नहीं मिलेगा. यू हैव टू राइट योर ओन आंसर. सो मेक इट अ हैबिट to solve the complete question and then check the answer. See, for 2-3 times you will feel like okay it is time consuming. Trust me guys, it's not a waste of time, it's an investment of time. So the key is solve the entire question and then check the final answer. Same goes with accounts also, financial management also, income tax also. So solve the question, write your answer, and then check the final answer with the answer that is available with you, be it in study material or be it in the notes, whatever you are referring. Again, see, कई बार क्या होता है study material में, you know what, the answer, the pattern of the solution is different. So don't worry, guys. You can solve the questions in the way I have taught you or my colleague faculty have taught you. So write your own solution. At the end of the day, yes, presentation is the key, but final answer is also important. So presentation is the key and the final answer, both are important. So ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको इंस्टीट्यूट के मटेरियल में दिया गया वैसा ही प्रेजेंट करना है. The way the faculties has taught you, you can solve the question in that way also. So again, there is no alternate of hard work. Try to solve as many as possible question in writing. Focus on the concept. No one can stop you from scoring 75% plus marks in costing. For theory, as I mentioned also, refers past year examination, 10 years examination question, that is more than sufficient. Further, if you have any queries, I'm available till the last date of your exams. So don't worry, feel free to contact me. I'll be addressing and taking care of each and every query of yours. If you want like how to prepare also, just write a mail. I'll be addressing everything. So thank you so much for your time, patience, and for active participation in the session. I tried my level best to cover all the concepts in detail. Still, if anything is left out, write a mail. I'll be there for you. So wish you good luck, guys, for your exams. I'll be taking few revisionary sessions also, so I'll be available there also. Wish you good luck for your exams. Focus on concepts. Try to solve, I'm repeating again, try to solve all the practical question in writing, be it any subject. Trust me, you will be able to clear the exams. So God bless you guys. Take care. Thank you so much. Admin sir. Done, sir. Thank you. Last session.